This is the LowcoSports Lowdown podcast. Here are your hosts, Justin Jarrett and Wes Kerr.
And Max Arraj. Got the trio together. Got Connor Worrell in the green room. Going to have a great LowcoSports Lowdown tonight on Thursday. It was a rainy day that turned into a beautiful afternoon and evening. I mean, it was like quintessential Lowcountry out there. I had a nice day. I had a beautiful day. I got to hang out with my new friends, who are mostly old friends from the USCB Center for Lowcountry Tourism Education. I'm doing some work for our old friend Coach Beachkowski from Hilton Head High, who's running that now, the ambassadors program. And we did a little entrepreneurship tour of Hilton Head with some professors who were visiting from other USC campuses, and got to have dinner at the Crazy Crab, and spent some time at Hudson's learning about how they source their seafood there. And Andrew Carmine's is a really cool guy. Got to go to Benya Gullah Gifts, and then over to Jarvis Creek General Store. So yeah, it was fun, man, just showing people around our island, and especially the north end where people don't explore as much. So that was fun, but it meant I didn't get out to any games. But we had Connor out at the Hilton Head game. And Wes, you get out somewhere tonight?
I was planning to, but I checked the score and it was already 4-0 Neighbor Sharks, and I was like,
man, they got on them.
Yeah.
May River Boys got on them. Misa Garzone picked up his 100th career win. He's going to join us when he gets home to Ridgeland tonight, probably about 10:30. So stay tuned for that. Max, what'd you do tonight, buddy?
Didn't get out anywhere. Just kept an eye on all the scores. Just, watched the first round of the Masters today.
Yeah.
Before I got cut short.
DeChambeau.
Yeah, man, DeChambeau, dude. Didn't expect that one, but
no.
Hey, Tiger Woods is playing pretty well actually through the first round, man. He's 1 under, much better than I expected him to play the first round. So keep an eye on all of that.
It's kind of hard to watch. It's kind of hard to watch. He's still jacked, but he just looks puffy.
He's still got to play the rest of the first round and the second round tomorrow. So it's gonna be a bit of a struggle for him. But hey, man, DeChambeau's playing real well. So I'm excited to see how the rest of this
didn't expect that
goes
from him.
No,
it's been a while since he's in top form.
Well, he's been toiling in Anemone, spending his Saudi money, right? He's been over and living. He's been living it up.
Yeah,
been living it up.
Man.
But anyway, we did have some Lowco sports happening today. All the baseball and softball got rained out. Obviously, I don't know, man. It started pouring before I got to bed last night, and it was still going strong well into the morning. So pretty soggy out there. But a few headlines for you, though. Bluffton's Maddie Washington signed today. We talked about when she committed, but she made it official. Winthrop for track and field. Love that kid. Just a super personality. Looking forward to seeing what she can do there. Obviously coming back off another knee injury now from basketball season, but shouldn't have to worry about those now. No more basketball for Maddie. Colleton County right-hander Cam Farnsworth committed to Columbia International. Later on, I'm going to dig up the link, but Jalen Sneed made headlines. He's turning the corner. He's been one of the big climbers, the big growers at Notre Dame this spring. So that's interesting. And then I got a note too. We've been praising Kylie Rast lately. She has her senior night tomorrow night, and it's just her. So she's the only one. So it's Kylie Rast night at the Nest. 6 p.m. start. They're going to do the little ceremony at 5:45, and then they're playing North Charleston. So should be a quick one. Scott Rast confirmed they will not rope-a-dope to try to go more innings so she can get more strikeouts or anything like that. They're getting out of there as fast as they can because it's spring break when they're done. So they're going to get that thing done out of there. But Connor Worrell was out at the big game of the night tonight, out at the Nest, and unfortunately he was very sad after. But nonetheless, we'll let him share with us the heartbreak in Hilton Head tonight.
Oh, no.
It was a tough way to go. Tell us about it, buddy.
Yeah, man. What a sad game. I mean, very, very back and forth, very physical all game from Lucy Beckham and Hilton Head. The goals did not come till very late. The first goal for Lucy Beckham was in the 70th minute. But Hilton Head responded very well in the 75th minute with number 16, Quinn, the big striker up there. And then Beckham comes back in 10 minutes in the 85th minute to make it 2-1. And then in the 90th minute, around 90th minute, could have been 89th, but they stopped the clock at 2 minutes so the horn doesn't go off. Angel, their number 10, scores a goal in the 90th minute, 5 minutes after, again, to tie it up at 2-2. But then on the kickoff, Hilton Head gets a little bit of possession, goes down the field, and then Lucy Beckham pulls off a great counter to 3-2.
Oh my gosh. So
at 90+2, it could have been 90+5, I think. It went for a very long time, but it's absolute heartbreak for Hilton Head. They played a very good game today. Everybody was playing for each other, just pressing everywhere. But yeah, definitely a heartbreak today, but very proud of the way they played all season, how they really showed up in these big games to really put these really good teams to the test.
Yeah, and we were looking at the table, and like they're not mathematically eliminated from the playoffs yet, but it's like they need a lot of help because they got to beat James Island first and foremost. That's their only game remaining. But then they also need James Island to like lose all their other games. I mean, not against they can beat Colleton, but nobody else. And then it still would come down to some kind of tiebreaker. So I'm not sure what that looks like, but so it's a tough road for them now. But man, I really don't think going into the season that we would have expected them to be in the mix at this point. I think you probably would have said going in, it's Lucy Beckham, James Island, May River, and Bluffton would be the 4, and it looks like that's probably how it's going to shake out. But Hilton Head made it a lot more interesting than I think we would have predicted going into the year.
Yes, I 100% agree. I mean, like you said, those 4 going in, obviously we know very solid teams, but Hilton Head really showed out this year. And I think they really just showed out for the fans. I mean, they had crowds every single game and they were really into it all the time. It gave them extra boosts of energy. But I mean, I'm very proud of what they have done so far this season. And we'll see if they can get the result against James Island, see if pieces fall in. We never know what happens. So
that's why you play them.
This was a Donnybrook heck of a game.
Yeah.
So where are we at here?
I think it's about to be second half. Okay. So the goals are kind of late, which is unfortunate.
Feeling each other out.
Once the first goal happened, the goals were coming in, coming flying in.
Happened to break the seal.
Much. Yeah.
Yeah. There's the second half. That's the second half.
Take the lid off of it.
Right.
Ooh, nice footwork.
Good crowd tonight?
Yeah, it was pretty solid. As we know, Hilton Head fans don't like to show up until 20 minutes after the game starts. But
yeah, they're probably in traffic, to be fair.
That's true. Yes, traffic is bad. But once like we were 20 minutes in and bodies started flying everywhere, tackles flying everywhere, you could tell the fans were really into it. Not a ton of Lucy Beckham fans. Obviously, it was a bit of a drive, but there were a couple of them over there. But yeah, very back and forth game. Lots of set piece goals, being whether corner kicks, throw-ins, free kicks, all of them. But the last goal was a free kick goal, I believe.
Bold keep.
There's the first one. It's just very unlucky. Lots of shouts for handball there. I couldn't really tell. It was just a mess in there.
Yeah,
the whole team was shouting for handballs there.
Yes.
Yep.
There's
that's usually what
Quinn's goal right there.
Nice.
Usually what you do after you give up a chaotic goal. Sir.
Gotta love the celebration from Quinn here, going straight to Coach Savarese.
Whoa.
There we go.
But yeah, once the first goal happened, I mean, it was just back and forth and back and forth.
Here we go. Yeah, they amped it up.
Yeah.
Like everybody's tentative until somebody scores, and then
that was a bit. That was close.
Challenge.
But
aggressive.
No call from the ref, so we play on.
BJ Payne might be signing up that keeper. Oh man.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Very unfortunate.
Brutality. Man, kind of fluky goals too. Like
yes.
Chaotic.
But I think you guys will see. But the last goal, the Lucy Beckham goal, was just it couldn't be more perfect. I mean, pass goal.
At least there's some justice.
Yeah.
It's not a bad bounce.
But we're really fighting until the end. You see, it's like 2 minutes right there. It's 2-1.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, this was a thriller. Did Hilton Head pick up on the same thing that Coach Dane had the Bobcats?
Yeah. They actually had like pretty much the same game plan. There's
nice.
But
nice.
you could tell they had the same thing. The striker just sitting in between those center backs, just not letting them get those switches, celebrating with the ball boy. I thought that was hilarious.
Love it. Love it.
Yeah, so that goal was like right on the 90th minute. And then Hilton Head
almost
chance.
It's
a great save.
It's a great
But then
play.
there's one pass, two pass, another pass.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
That's
absolute heartbreak.
Tactical.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Beautiful goal.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you can be sad about it, but you can't be mad about it.
Yeah,
score the winner like that. That was good stuff.
No, it's just how it goes sometimes.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes it do be like that.
I mean, that's heartbreaking at this point because now you have to beat James Island to even have a shot at squeaking into the playoffs.
Yep.
So yeah, man, that's rough.
But it's why it's why we love sports. Those late endings.
Yes, sir.
It's why we play what we play for, what we watch for.
Well, yeah, it doesn't mean it only means as much as it hurts when it doesn't go your way.
Right.
That's kind of the trade-off that we make. But looking at the updated table, so May River's got another win here, and Carleton another loss. So
will May River be 5-4? Or is it
they'll be 5-4. Yeah, May River will be 5-4. So that puts Hilton Head in a bit of a pickle. Because either May River or Bluffton will get another win because they play each other.
Yeah.
Bluffton plays at James Island tomorrow night. So, there's still more opportunities. And one of those two teams will get a win as well. So so Hilton Head needs James Island to lose them all, with the exception of Carleton. I assume they'll win that one. No shade to Carleton, but they put up a fight for a few games there, but I think they're running out of steam. May River got them 9-0 tonight. For Misa's 100th. So, I don't know if they lost players to injury or just, whatever. They probably attrition at this point, they probably just didn't have that much depth. But so you'd think James Island gets that one, and that gets them to 5. So Hilton Head's up against it. They need some miracles. Yeah. Been a heck of a year, though. Savarese did a really great job with that squad.
Sure.
Yeah,
he did.
And you could tell they played for him. I mean, every goal, every good moment, looking straight over to Coach Savarese, just like,
Yeah, I love that. I hope he sticks with it, because I know it's always been a thing that it's hard for him to balance everything. And so he's kind of popped in and out and been an assistant and things like that. But I hope he's able to find a way, because it seems like he really has a great rapport with the kids and a great knack for connecting with them and getting the best out of them. And that's really all you ask for in a high school coach, is somebody who can connect with them and give them some mentorship and really coax the best out of them. And he seems to do that. So props to Sav and the boys in the losing effort tonight. Thank you, Connor. What you got on tap? You got anything on tap that you're scoping out?
Yeah, good girls game tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to do tomorrow. I was looking a little bit towards next week, maybe, but a lot of away games at like James Island and places like that.
Yeah.
But
we're on spring break next week, so we don't have a whole lot.
I keep forgetting spring break is now, because like at USCB, I had spring break like more than a month ago, almost 2 months ago. So it's like, why are they going on spring break now?
Right. Yeah, because of the heritage.
The RBC Heritage. Yep.
That's the answer. The answer is because of the heritage. Because it's all hands on deck next week, baby. So anyway, but man, thanks a lot. Always appreciate your reports on local soccer, and definitely look forward to the next one.
Absolutely. Thank you guys again.
All right. Take care, brother.
Sure.
Connor Worrell reporting on Hilton Head High soccer. Unfortunately, a tough loss tonight for the Seahawks. But great report from Connor. Great highlights too. Man's getting better and better with the camera. Love it. Love having him on. But let's shout out some sponsors who make it possible. Starting with the MVP sponsors of LowcoSports, and that begins with my wife, Megan Jarrett, the official realtor of LowcoSports. She's with Keller Williams of the Lowcountry, and she'd love to help you find your place in the Lowco, or maybe a new place in the Lowco. If you want to put your house on the market, it is a great time to get into the real estate market with Megan Jarrett, the official realtor of LowcoSports. Homegrown Home Inspections is our official home inspector, and Jan Lucas and his team are the best in the biz in this area when it comes to making sure you're making a great investment. They're going to check over your home from top to bottom and make sure it's looking good. And if you are building a new home, you got to have that phased inspection from Homegrown. They're going to make sure that it's built right every step of the way. Homegrown Home Inspections. Mickelson Law Firm is our original sponsor, our presenting sponsor of our Hilton Head Christian Academy coverage, and the official real estate closing attorney of LowcoSports. We love Ryan and Tiffany and the Mickelson squad. They've been supporting us from day one, and we hope you'll call on them for all your legal needs. And Hospice Care, the Lowcountry official not-for-profit hospice of Southern Beaufort County, and the only hospice care in Southern Beaufort County. The official one of LowcoSports. My goodness, it's been a long day, fellas. But regardless, Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, that's the place. If you are coming to the end of life or somebody that you love you want to reach out to Hospice Care of the Lowcountry. They can ease that transition and help make it a positive experience for everybody, because at Hospice Care of the Lowcountry, it's not about dying, it's about living. Those are our MVP sponsors. What else we got going on tonight? Not a whole ton. Other soccer games around. JP2 and Hilton Head Christian went toe-to-toe. Hilton Head Christian with the sweep tonight, Maxie. The alma mater. The girls went 3-2 in overtime. The boys went 2-0. So a really good night for HHCA. And lacrosse won again. They beat Akron Magnet again 8-5.
Wow.
So,
2 in a row. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, coming off that big baseball win last night.
I'm surprised the girls got that win. And golf. I'm surprised the girls got that win against JP2, because that is a strong JP2 girls team. I mean, really
went to OT.
So I'm very impressed. Extremely impressed. And then good win for the boys too. I was actually watching some of it because they had it live on YouTube. So
really?
Yeah, they have it on HHCA's live.
I'll definitely go snag some highlights then for Wednesday night in the Lowco tomorrow.
Yeah. So
perfect.
Yeah, good win for both boys and girls, man.
Other scores: May River girls blank Colleton 12-0. I think all the games that were on grass got rained out, and even some of the turf ones for some reason. Beaufort didn't play, I don't think. Pinewood Prep beat Hilton Head Prep 10-0 in boys soccer. And then we said the others. Lucy Beckham 3-2 over Hilton Head. May River 9-0 over Colleton. HHCA 2-0 over JP2. And we'll have Misa joining us in a bit to talk about his 100th victory.
Wow.
Century Club. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You don't get a whole lot of games
Not
in
really.
soccer to rack up that many.
You get like 20 a year? I mean, that's pretty impressive to get to 100.
Yeah, it's no easy task. Let's see what else. Lacrosse, May River 21-4 over Beaufort. We said that we thought they could win out, and they did. I saw that they posted. I think they said the playoff will end up coming out tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, okay, cool.
So the playoff bracket for lacrosse. So we'll be looking for that. I'd like to see Bay River get in because, again, I think they've turned a corner a little bit here at the end. They played a really tough schedule early, and now I think they've grown up, and I think they can make a little bit of noise. I don't think they're going to win it all or anything, but I'd like to see them get a couple more games, just let the kids keep growing.
Right.
And that's about it tonight, boys. But the headlines, Maddie Washington, Winthrop track and field. Great kid, man. I hated to see her lose the last part of her senior season, especially because they were on such a good run, and it was kind of a what might have been situation. But terrific kid, great head on her shoulders. She was student body president, just a really awesome young person that you're excited to see her go out and see what she does next, because she's capable of great things. And also, I believe it's her sister Kaylee's birthday today, 21st birthday, I want to say.
Happy birthday.
Another kid we covered who was awesome. And
she's a dog on the court. She was a dog on the court as well.
Tough.
It's fun to watch her. And both those.
So yeah, Maddie's big time. In the and unfortunately she's not getting to compete right now. But even last year when she was like half strength, she wasn't even full strength yet. Coming back, I think she still placed on the podium and shot right or something. I'd have to look it up. And, I don't know off the top of my head, but she's a terrific athlete, and I look forward to seeing what she can do at Winthrop. And then Colleton County. Buford boys soccer upset Philip Simmons tonight in PKs. I was under the impression that game had been canceled or postponed, which I didn't understand. But yeah, 1-1 draw.
Nice.
5-4 Buford in PKs.
Nice.
So that
changes
a little bit. Very interesting.
Well, it might
changes a little.
Yeah, it doesn't change much though, I don't think, because
Philip Simmons is just ridiculous.
Because Buford has 3 losses. They had lost twice to Hanahan and once to Philip Simmons. It is a great win, but I don't think it changes that much in the standings. But that was a razor-thin margin region because Hanahan games against Buford, they lost 1-3-2 and 1-5-3 in overtime.
Yeah, so close. Yeah.
The top 3 teams are all very equal, but I think because they split with Philip Simmons, so I guess, but Philip Simmons would have goal differential on them even if they ended up tied. So I don't think there's any way it helps them as far as the standings go, unfortunately. But still better to win than lose.
Well, where does Buford right now in the standings? Where does Buford sit?
They're 3-3, and this gives Philip Simmons 1 loss, and Hanahan doesn't have any. So. And they got to play each other twice, I guess. So one of them's getting a loss or 2, but you wouldn't think that. So I guess if Hanahan swept Philip Simmons, but then again, then they'd have 3 losses, and then Philip Simmons has head-to-head on Buford with goal differential. So I don't think it matters.
So yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. So that's that.
Yep,
that's still the 3 seed. Still the 3 seed. Congratulations. But I mean, it's still big. I mean, it's still a big win. Something that you can take with you the rest of the way. Certainly.
Were they at home or were they at Philip Simmons?
They were at home. Yeah,
okay.
It was at home. And then they've got nobody left. That's it. They go to the playoffs now.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Apparently.
All right. I can't wait, dude. Playoffs.
That's what their schedule says.
Right around the corner.
Yeah. Right around the corner for everything. It's gonna be a fun time.
Next few weeks.
Like you said, we definitely need to hit the farm for a game though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
100%. Live from Lester's, it's a LowcoSports Lowdown.
Live from Lester's Barbecue.
Live from the farm.
Live from the farm, everyone. It's the LowcoSports Lowdown.
That's right, baby. That's right. Oh man, it would be a rip snorting good time.
Oh, yeah.
No, I definitely look forward to getting out to the farm. I was just talking tonight with our entrepreneur friends about just about how much I love Hampton County. Coach Beachkowski and I were talking about that's one of her favorite places to go coach, with Coach Payne. They love going to Hampton because the atmosphere there is it just feels like Friday night, man. It's like everybody's wound up and it feels like, like the classic Southern Friday night too, like small town Friday night. Nothing else to do but go to the game. Everybody's at Rigdon's getting their chicken before the game starts and trying to race over there. We meet everybody's parents at Rigdon's before the game.
I like that feel. It's a cool experience.
Yeah, man, it's awesome. But then the other not signing news, but commitment news: Colleton County right-hander Cam Farnsworth committing to Columbia International. We've talked a lot about they got some arms, and
they do.
Farnsworth is one of them. And I'm always over the moon when a kid who dreamed about getting to do it at the next level gets a chance. And what happens from here, who knows? He He might do it for a year. He might do it for 6, and he might do it at one school or 4 different schools. Who knows? But the dream stays alive. He gets to go and give it a shot and see how it goes. So, and he's a nice little pitcher. I'm glad somebody's taking a chance on him.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, like you mentioned, Colton County has some great arms, and they've been able to keep it close and with those arms in games against, they got that walk-off win against Hilton Head High early on in the season. That was a huge moment for them, and one of the reasons is they were able to keep it in the game was those arms. I mean, the offense was able to pull it off in the end, but having those arms is key, especially when playing in the region that you're in currently with Hilton Head, Bluffton, May River. I mean, it's a tough region to play in, but if you got arms, you have a real shot of
indeed pulling
off some upsets.
Absolutely. Yep. I was trying to find his stats, but I can't find them this year. But he's a good little pitcher. I've always enjoyed watching him. And also just sending a shout out to Davion Varner. Hope he's doing all right after taking that scary shot last night. I was looking for. There we go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if Farnsworth had any stats in there or anything, but he didn't. But CIU, I know Dean Seelbach was there. I don't know if he's still there. And Kim Abbott, the last I knew, was the AD there, the first USCB athletic director, was the AD at CIU. So got some Lowco connections up there. What else today, boys? Jalen Sneed. Let me see if I can find that, article.
Yeah.
Because that was interesting.
I haven't read it yet, but I will definitely.
Here we go.
Definitely be reading that because I'm a huge fan of Jalen Sneed. What a dude! what a monster that is. I remember watching him play. He had some great clutch plays. I'm trying to remember who they were playing. I think. Oh, I can't remember. I think it was against Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I remember it was a big game, and I think it was.
He did have a big play against Ohio State on a 2-point conversion or something.
Right. Yeah, I think that's what you were talking about.
Or a 4th down on the goal line or something.
Yeah.
But so Hilton Head. There you go, Hilton Head Island. I know that they said mature, settling in, fun to be around. Golden said about Sneed. Serious and focused, much more consistent, and slowing down for him. Starting to see him do a lot of things well. He's talented, and he's starting to turn it into skill. I met with his mom about a week or so ago. Carlo and I did, and she said he was doing really well and really excited about how things were going this spring. And just awesome to see him continuing to grow. I know he had to absorb a lot when he first got there, because they basically teach that in that hybrid role he plays, you've basically got to learn 3 different positions, responsibilities on every play, because depending on what you see at the line of scrimmage, your responsibility changes from a safety to a linebacker or whatever. So it was a lot for him to absorb and put it all together, but he continues to mature into it. And I think the selling point on that role for him there was kind of, look, if you can do this, you're probably going to play in the NFL. If you can figure this out, you're probably going to play in the NFL.
If he does it well, mean, if he does it well enough, he could be a first, second round pick. I mean, if he does it well enough, he will get
the attention when you're playing. When you're playing your game, that skill set's going to transfer to the next level. So he's put himself in a good spot if he really puts the grind to the gears or just gets it going.
Yeah.
I think those games he had against Ohio State and USC were the 2 ones that turned some heads, saying, "Oh, this guy could be something really special."
Didn't he have one against
Southern
Wake Forest or?
Oh, I don't remember.
I was thinking I remember Boston seeing him. College. I know he had a nice game against Boston College.
I remember him sacking Caleb Williams, USC USC game. That was huge.
Right,
I was screaming, man. I was like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. Yeah.
I was just talking tonight about at dinner tonight. I was talking with my new friend Bree Spalding from USC. And, I was talking about what we do and the case study that I always point to about what we like to do, what we're trying to develop, kind of blueprints and stuff like that to kind of help kids understand what they need to be doing and when. The case study I always go back to is the Jalen Sneed and Jamie and Risher, who were the same dude when they were seniors, but Sneed was so far along on the path of becoming a big time recruit because BJ Payne saw the future with him and started him on that path, and Risher was kind of toiling in anonymity at then Wade Hampton High School. Now Risher, of course, is a Gamecock. He walked on there and earned a spot. So looking forward to seeing what he can do there. But yeah, Sneed and Risher, that showdown was really fun, man. Because both those guys were just unreal, and they both. I mean, it looked like mirror images of each other, and they both played the same positions on both sides of the ball. It was just unreal.
Yeah, it was just crazy. It was. I remember seeing some clips from that game, and I was like, "Good Lord!" It's like looking at two of the same person. Are we sure they're not related? And stuff like that.
Yeah. Jamie and got to know his mom a little bit.
You got Mr. 100 waiting in the green room.
Yes, we do. Let's shout out some sponsors real quick, and then we'll get to him. Varsity sponsors, DDS Web Design, builds, hosts, and maintains websites for businesses and nonprofits to get results. So if you need to get found online so you can do more and think bigger, hit up ddshhi.com. Parker Law Group serves legal needs across Hampton, Colleton, and Jasper counties and has helped us continue to shine a light on more deserving teams and student athletes in those counties, like Jamie and Risher and the Patrick Henry baseball team. And Reverence Wrestling Club is the official wrestling sponsor of LowcoSports and the presenting sponsor of the Lowco Grind. If you want to take your skills on the mat to the next level, you got to get to Reverence Wrestling Club. And Dr. Ambrose Cole, the official chiropractor of LowcoSports, you can find him at Rooted Living Wellness, and he'll get you feeling right, mind, body, and spirit. And now we welcome in Mr. 100, Misa Bitrol and What's up, buddy?
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
Congratulations. Did you have to send your own social media congratulations?
No, my wife did. That for you? My wife absolutely did.
That's the worst. It's the worst when you have to. It just feels gross if you have to send your own.
I wasn't going to do it. I actually didn't even tell anyone, to be honest. Over the summer, we were asked to send our updated records to the Coach Association because they keep track of all that. And I realized that, oh, crap, I got 90 wins. And I was pretty confident we'll get 10 wins this year, even with our tough schedule and our young team. So as we got closer to it, I told my wife, I was like, hey, by the way, we might get 100 this year. I am not posting any of that. So I need to hire you as my social media Mayweather soccer person. So we were posting all the scores at night, as you guys saw on Twitter and Instagram. Yeah. So that's me doing it. Like, I post all that.
You post those during the game?
Yes.
Dude,
yes.
That's crazy.
Are we going to preach it on my phone?
You're a legend.
And so
that's the best.
once it became pretty clear that it was going to happen tonight, my wife was in the stands. She already had the graphic pre-made. So literally when the game ended, I'm getting congratulations. I'm going to send you a pic, Justin, because my team actually poured me down with the coldest water I've ever had.
Oh no!
Oh yeah!
You're gonna love this pic. So she grabbed I gave her my phone. And I'm like, handle your business. So she posted the final score, and she posted all the graphics, the 100 wins and everything. That was all her because I was not gonna do it. So one of my assistant coaches sent me a picture. You guys know that GIF of Obama giving Obama a medal?
Yeah.
He was like, hey, look, Misa congratulated himself on his accomplishment, tweeting about himself. And I was like, nah, that wasn't me. So my wife took all the credit. Let me say it now here publicly. My wife posted all of that. That was not me. I can't do something like that. I mean, I troll a lot, but I can't troll my own self. Those jokes will never
end. Oh, man.
Man. I do have a photo of Misa here.
There we go. Yeah.
we could have done.
Oh no.
No, I'm so
never mind.
I didn't know.
No, I was about to say, don't do it.
I was gonna say, or we could have done this if when somebody accused you of posting your own stuff. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
I mean,
Obama meddling Obama.
Yeah. 100 wins, man, especially in this region. Cool. That is not an easy thing to attain. I mean, that's crazy. Getting
I mean, just look back on your time so far at May River. I mean, getting the century mark, and a sport, really any high school sport, you only play around 20-25 or so games a season. You got to be on a heck of a clip in terms of winning percentage to get there in such a short time span. Just reflect on that and your time so far as a Shark and how far this program has come.
Yeah, no, this is my 8th year as a varsity coach. If you count the COVID year, where we only had 6 games and it got canceled.
So that's a big factor too. You didn't play many that year.
And so, I was. My wife asked me because after everybody left, it was just me and her on the field at one point. And she's like, "How do you feel?" And I was like, "I didn't think I would ever have this." So, I graduated from Jasper County High School.
I bet you felt pretty chilly.
Oh, it was freezing, dude. That was
priceless.
It was windy tonight too.
There's the money shot. That's
horrible.
It was
a money shot right there.
Yeah. So, I'm a Jasper County graduate. I am proud to be a Jaguar. I never shy away from that. I played varsity soccer in Jasper County 4 years. My first 2 years, we only had 7 players on the team. My junior year, we finally had a full team, and we had a coach who was literally on the sideline. Gunny Cuevas, who is an awesome man, is the reason why I'm coaching now. He had a book, literally said Soccer for Dummies. And he would read it at practice because he knew nothing about soccer. He was a baseball guy. And the only reason he was coaching was because if we didn't have a coach, we couldn't play. And he was like, "I'll come and do it." And he knew nothing. He let the players run the sessions. He was learning. And so he's kind of the reason why I got into coaching. And, as for those of you guys who are locals here, Jasper County is already a bad connotation, especially with soccer, and so to be a product of Jasper County, to Coach Terry Rollins gave me a chance when he didn't even know who I was. Literally, he was looking for a JV coach. I had a buddy of mine who was a band director at Buford who said, "Hey, I know you like soccer. You're looking for a JV coach." And I was like, I told my wife, we were dating at the time, I was like, "I'm not doing it because I didn't have the confidence of doing it." And she was like, "Just apply. The worst they'll say is they don't call you." And I applied. Yeah. He called me and he was like, "What do you know?" We talked for like 10 minutes. "You got the job." And then the rest is history. He gave me the chance.
See you at 4.
Yep. And I was a JV coach for three or 4 years. And then May River opened up and I applied because I wanted to get the experience of applying for a head coaching job. I had no intention of getting the job. And I interviewed with Coach Macy at McCracken Middle School in one of their mobiles. And I didn't hear from him for a week. And I thought, you know what, I got it, move on. Because I knew he wanted somebody, an experienced coach. He had just hired Summers. So I'm thinking that's the route he's going, somebody who can build, has experience. And then he called me and offered me a job. And I said, "I'll call you back," because I thought he was BSing me. And then I called my wife and I was like, "I offered a job. What do I do?" And she was like, "Take it." I called Terry Rollins. That was my next call. I said, "Coach, I just got offered a job," and he fired me on the spot because he knew if he didn't fire me, I wasn't going to take it. He's like, "Nope, you're fired. You're no longer my JV coach. Have fun." And then here we are 8 years later. I am proud of my players that I've had. I'm proud of all that we've accomplished. I take pride in the program, and you guys know this just from Justin and Wes. You guys have known me for years. Mad Max, you can probably figure that out in the few times you've dealt with me already. I take pride in this program. I take pride in the sport, and I know that we are a great program, and it's a credit to my players, my coaching staff. I am always grateful to God for being able to have the opportunity and the blessing to be a coach. And I know I don't do it for the money because we don't get that much. You guys can go look online and see how much we get paid for this, and it's a full-time job. But it's I saw one of my former players tonight. His brother was a senior tonight for senior night, and he was out there. Wow. And he was, it's great to see somebody like him, like, "Coach, congrats." Austin gives me a big hug, and he's like, we got you most of those with that state championship run. And I was like, yeah, we got most of it. But yeah, man, I'm still kind of in disbelief. I knew it was coming, but it's still, now that it's here, I'm glad it's over with. But I am very grateful that I am able to achieve this milestone, because it's not easy, especially in our region.
No,
you guys have seen, our region is insane, and it will continue to be insane. But one thing that I've been big on, I've been on the side where we lose 17-0 every game, when I was in Jasper. So for me, this is, playing tough teams and playing a tough schedule and looking at our schedule, strength of schedule, always over 10 every year. And people are like, why don't you lighten up a little bit? And I'm like, every time I say I can't, because I want to make sure that we get the max potential and our players get the exposure against these top level teams and players. Yeah. So I'm grateful. I'm proud of my team, my coaching staff. I've had this staff for 7 years now. I got my alumni like Nick.
I was going to say, keep adding a new alumni assistant every season.
Yeah. And so, it's awesome, cool. But yeah, it's cool, man. It's awesome. And I'm grateful. Honestly, I'm just grateful. Usually I'll talk trash, but you guys know I'm not big on myself. Like, I don't
like, be grateful tonight. It means to be grateful.
I don't like the self-grandeur thing and all this, and so I'm not comfortable with it.
How about shouting out your boy Terry, Coach Rollins tonight?
Yes,
that's a nice job. I don't think it changes their playoff seeding at all, but it's still nice.
It's good. It's good to be the top 10 team and a team that was undefeated in the region before you start playoffs. So they got spring break. It's good to go into spring break like that, and then come back the last week of the season and kind of see if he can kind of make a surprise run back to the state championship. But I mean, it's been teams
always get better down the stretch, don't they?
Yes.
They seem to always get so much better.
Yeah. Remember 2 years ago when they were in 4A and then they beat Bluffton, us, and James Island consecutively to make the playoffs, and they were out of the playoffs before that. So that's what Coach Terry does. That and like I said, he's the one that opened the door for me and gave me a chance to be coaching. So I will forever be grateful to him. But like, this week has been great for soccer. Our girls won tonight. They clinched the playoff spot with the win. I think Hilton Head girls and Mary River girls have clinched the playoff spot with the standings.
Did Hilton Head girls win? Hilton Head girls won tonight?
I don't know if they won, but they already had 5
wins.
So Bluffton so they already clinched. It's now it's just a matter of seeding. But Bluffton boys beat Beckham the other night. Hilton Head, I saw that heartbreaking loss tonight.
That was tough.
Yeah. So, but Coach, like you guys said earlier, Coach Pete has done a phenomenal job. And look, it's good to see how soccer is growing in this area. Our girls beat James Island the other night. We got mollywopped by James Island, but it was a good response by us. But when you see down here, you got coaches like Susie at Hilton Head and Coach Quinlan from Beaufort and Hilton Head. Josh Fox over at Bluffton and John Paul now back at Bluffton. Terry Rollins. These are guys who have been here forever. And, Susie and Quinlan laid the foundation. And, little unknown secret when Fox stepped down.
Don't forget Larry Tavino. He had a pretty good hand in it too.
A lot of coaches. And little known fact, when Fox was going to step down his last year at Bluffton, that was my first year at Mary River. His plan was to have me take over Bluffton, and then Mary River opened up, and I got that job. He told me that the year before, last year, I want you to take this program from me. And I was like,
been a Bobcat.
Yeah.
You would have had a garage full of green paint.
I thank God every day that I'm not. God knew better. And I thank God every day for the blessings for knowing better. And I'm trolling,
He's back. He's be trolling his back, baby.
Yeah.
The humility wore off.
I'm a shark, I love that. But it's awesome to see the growth over the years in soccer. Since I started, we were JV, with Beaufort, and then now with all the programs, our private schools, our public schools, our boys teams, our girls teams. Hilton Head's now back on it this year. May River girls look to see that they're setting the foundation with Coach
Beaufort girls.
Beaufort girls,
Beaufort girls,
they are very, very good, and we didn't know what they were going to do this year because they lost Wilson last. Quinn, and now she's at Georgia Southern, Division I starter freshman.
Well, they don't got to shut people out anymore because Selena scores 4 goals.
I watched her game against Philip Simmons. I think Beaufort's son was streaming it.
Yeah,
and she was just going 100 miles an hour. I was like, "What in the world?" Like, she just gets the ball and give her space, and she's gone.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
that one goal against Hilton Prep was impressive.
Yeah,
so she moves, man.
Yeah, but it's awesome, man. Like I am proud of the growth that we've seen in this area with our club teams, with our high school teams, and just overall. And I think that I am grateful to be a small part of it and to be able to take it. And you guys know that I take pride in my program, my boys, and I will always have my team first. But I take pride also in seeing our other programs in the area and our other teams be successful. I say this all the time. When I'm playing Pete or when I'm playing Fox or when I'm playing Rollins or whoever, at that moment, of course, we want to win. We want to beat them. That's what we're about. That's what I'm about. But afterwards, we're going to be right there supporting each other and supporting our players and promoting our players and promoting our programs. Because at the end of the day, people sleep on us down here in the Lowco. So it's awesome. But the players that are this, I just coach. They do all the work and go out there and bust their behind. So.
Your favorite Bahamian congratulates you.
Yeah, thank you. He was out here. He came back from his Bermuda trip early, I think.
So he got to announce tonight. Bermudan. My bad. Gosh, I always mess that up. Bermuda, Bahamas. I mean, they're forever linked in my mind. But here's something else while we have you that I wanted some perspective on because I don't understand it. And kind of the magnitude of it. But Dodge Brooks, a Hilton Head prep kid who trains with Tormenta, signing an academy contract. Help me understand just kind of like what this means. Put it into perspective and that people can understand who don't understand like this academy soccer structure.
So the way it works, and this is something that Tormenta has done when I was there, and then after I left, they've continued to do with their pro program, and other teams do it. If you look at the Charleston area, they've signed a few high school kids as well to academy contracts. The way it works is this allows Dodge, in this case, for him to be able to train full time with the pro team over in Statesboro. So he's on the roster. He's able to play games with them, the professional games and whatnot, but it does not take away his amateur eligibility for college.
Oh, okay.
So he's able to get all the perks, but he's not in a pro contract. He's not signed.
So it's sort of like a prep school situation in a way, but as far as the athletics go, like like a gap year.
Yes. So he's a senior at prep. I don't think he's ever played for prep soccer because he's an MLS.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah.
But what this allows Tormenta to do with the pro side is put him on the roster, allow him to train and play, but it doesn't risk his eligibility, his amateur status for college. So he'll still be able to go to college. There's a few players that we've had over the years from the Savannah area. Dodge is originally from Savannah.
Right. I know his dad. I've written for him some for South Magazine. Yeah.
Tristan DeLoach was one of the first ones years ago who went to Clemson. He signed an academic contract. Britton Gottlieb as well a few years ago did the same thing. And then you see it's happening more. It's good for the players. It also allows the clubs and the pro teams to kind of build a pipeline and see if the players can hang at the pro level.
Sort of modeling the European academy structure, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's sort of how it's set up there, right?
Yep.
And for the player, it lets
you
them
can have your
play.
homegrown players in addition to players that you go out and attract.
And for the players, it's like, okay, am I ready for the pro level, or do I still need to develop and go to college? So it's an awesome opportunity, and it's something that with having a professional team so close. We have Tormenta FC in Statesboro. We have Savannah Clovers in Savannah with soccer. We have the women's side. Tormenta has a semi-pro team in the summer league with USLW that kind of gives our players the exposure and the ability to be in this environment and to see how well they really stack up. And I think
a pathway at least, to kind of get into the pipeline and see where it goes.
More so than before.
Sometimes that's all you need is just access.
You want that foot in the door.
It's a fairly new concept here, right?
Yeah. So look, like I said, my last year at Tormenta, we had one player, I think it was Tristan, who signed an academy contract. So he would train with them all day, full time. He did the virtual school as did Britton because, with the schedule, because they train during the day in Statesboro, it's kind of difficult to go to school and then go train and whatnot. So I'm not sure what Dodge is doing. With his setup. But it's still an awesome opportunity for him. And I remember coaching Dodge a few times with the 06 group when I was there. He's a great kid, hard worker. So definitely, kudos to him. And he has a great family as well with his dad and his mom. They are committed to the family and him as well, and his success and supporting him however they can. But it's a great opportunity for those players who are at that caliber, So we see a player like Marcus Jean Gilles, who was a May-River player, student last year as a freshman. He's over at Inter Miami now. He was recruited to go over there. He's in Hurricane full time, and he's starting over there playing with their, academy team. So he's got pictures with Messi. He's an awesome kid. He's like 6'2". He's an awesome kid. I've known him for years and his family. And last year he got the invitation to go join Inter Miami full time for their academy. So it's definitely, there's talent here, and it's good to get that exposure and seeing these players,
love it,
having that experience.
I'm glad I thought to ask you, because I knew you'd be able to kind of give us the context around that and help us understand it better, because I knew it was a big deal, but I didn't quite understand exactly what it entailed. But I think we're going to see more and more of that, because it seems like, especially if they have success developing players out of those pools, and if kids have success either finding their way to the pro path or developing their skills for another year and using it to leverage better opportunities for college, that could be really a terrific setup and solve a lot of the kind of issues that we have with kind of the soccer feeder program, right? Because maybe start to steer us away a little bit from the pay to play concept.
That's a whole
not at the younger levels, but maybe.
And even so, like, you have players like Jacob, who was able to be with the Bermuda national team this past February with the U20 team, and have that experience to get international caps. So, it just kind of shows that if you're talented enough and you're able to get seen, then it's there, whether it's going through the academy way with Tormento or MLS Next, or you're playing club or high school, whatever. It's about the exposure and the development, this is what it's all about, So for me as a coach, we have the issue where our MLS Next kids can't play high school soccer. And that's something that we have to deal with. I have players in the hallway that, I would love to have on my team, but they can't play.
State championship caliber players.
Yeah, exactly. Game changers. But my job is to support them as students and as young men in their endeavors to be successful. So there isn't that, for me, it's not about winning. It's about, hey, can we change lives? Can we impact? So, I have no problem talking to them in the hallways and helping them, supporting them and rooting for them, even though I would love to have them wearing the May-River blue and black. But, they're choosing a different pathway. Maybe one day they will. Yeah. But in the meantime, we can't deviate from our goal and our purpose as coaches to help these guys and gals be successful, reach their full potential as young men and women.
We also can't expect them to not run their own race. Like if they've got that kind of talent and it's generating those kinds of opportunities, it's I think of Mackenzie Vance a lot, and she could have helped Bluffton High School win who knows how many state championships or whatever, but that kid was running her own race, and now you see why, because she's she went to UCLA and now she's going to BYU, I think.
Yeah, she's just at BYU.
Yeah. But she knew what she was doing. She knew where she wanted to go and what she needed to do to get there, and you just can't fault them, So everybody's running their own race, but well, good stuff, man. Congratulations on 100 wins.
Really proud.
And,
thank you guys.
Thanks so much for the fun and the insight, and we'll talk to you again real soon, buddy.
Hold on, before we leave though, Mad Max, when am I going to see you at the Shark Tank? You can't be on here every night, and I don't see you anywhere.
Throwing down the gauntlet.
I will look at it. I will look at the schedule. I will be whenever y'all's next home game is. I will be there.
April 23rd, the Bluffton Derby at the Shark Tank. It's also Autism Awareness Night. Bluffton Boys and Girls Soccer are partnering with Mirror Boys and Girls Soccer to help the Lowcountry Autism Foundation that night. So we're going to come together on both sites at the Den and at the tank. Yeah. So I have your word that you will be there, and.
Yes, I will make sure I'm there.
And you are going to
already been brought.
You're going to do your best Wes impersonation, and you're going to sprint.
Right?
You're doing that, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, whatever you say, man.
You guys I was going to finish.
You got a couple of weeks to get in shape. You got a couple of weeks.
Spring break, man. You got heritage.
Hey, man, I did cross country in high school. I still got legs, man. Don't worry. I can run up and down.
So I'm going to see you like this.
You got to do the Worldwide West sideline sprint.
Yep. If you can't,
Wes, you better be there with me doing that sideline sprint, though. Wes, you better be there for that Bluffton Derby.
Wes. Yeah, it's a Derby.
Actually, no, it won't be Wes. It'll probably be Connor. It'll probably be Connor Worrell at that. Yeah, he may be doing that.
I'll see what else is going on. I wanted to get there, but if you got it, we'll have to.
We'll see. We'll see who else.
Maybe it's one of those Team Loco.
Might have to do a live show.
Yeah,
that would be fun. Oh, that would be fun.
Let's get Beaverton to stream it. Let's get Beaverton to stream it. We'll do a whole big thing, it's just a big thing, and then we'll do the Mad Max West Dash and see who wins.
Yeah, halftime race.
Halftime.
Yeah, I'm down.
Sprint.
I'll do it.
Oh, we can pull somebody out of the crowd and have them race Worldwide West at halftime.
There you go. That works.
I'm not as fast as the Freeze and
the Freeze.
You got the Braves who have Freeze?
Yeah, Braves, man.
There you go.
The Freeze. I love it when somebody thinks they're gonna beat the Freeze, man. Oh, you promoted Local Sports tonight? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, man.
Yeah, good stuff.
All right.
So the big date is April 23rd, Bluffton at May River. There is some other stuff going on that night. James Island, Hilton Head girls, HHCA JP2 rematch at JP2. That one gets done a little earlier though, so you still might be able to make it. We'll also have James Island May River baseball at the Tank, so it may be one of those nights where you just make your way around campus.
I'm going now. It looks like I don't have a choice in this. So.
We'll also have May River Bluffton girls going, but Bluffton girls are out of it now, I think. So
yeah, Bluffton girls have been officially limited tonight. I think Hilton Head is holding on a 0.001% chance of maybe making, but I know
they need everybody to beat James Island. Like they can only have James. Yeah,
but I think they have to beat James Island by 3 goals because of the tiebreaker situation. Because I know Bluffton they split, but Bluffton owns a head-to-head tiebreaker because they beat them 2-0, and Hilton Head beat them 1-0.
Yeah, and Bluffton they need Bluffton to beat James Island, which would give them 6 wins anyway. And
so like I know tonight we clinch with Hilton Head losing because we own the tiebreaker with Hilton Head,
right? Because
we swept them, and then with Bluffton, it's. If they win tomorrow, if we win, then we finish at a Bluffton because of the tiebreaker. It's a mess.
They really should. They really should give Hilton Head an at-large.
Okay, so I had to check
somebody a bye.
Go ahead, man. Max.
Okay. Yeah, all right. So I had to check my schedule just to make sure I could come in on the 23rd. I will make it, but I will be late. Like I'm done with work at 7, so I will be booking it from work to.
They'll still be feeling each other out.
Yeah, they'll still be playing. So I will be there, man. I will be.
That's fine.
Hey, can you just talk to Fox and make sure you guys nobody scores before Max gets there?
Oh yeah, I'm trying. I'll try my best. We'll delay the game.
Foxy, hey man, I need a favor from you.
Can we just kick it around until Max gets here, guys?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what Fox says. But yeah, I think
take the air out of it for a bit, fellas. We gotta wait for Max.
Yeah.
Hey Fox, can you do me a favor, man?
We'll
just a favor from you.
We'll just go on a silent protest and let's let the minutes run out. Especially because
I'm here, guys. I'm here.
Medeiros is out on that. Medeiros is out on that.
No Sharks score.
Look, that game is going to be for playoff positioning.
Yeah.
Very likely.
Yeah.
So it's going to be it's already going to be intense with the Derby, but it's going to be a very intense game. It'll be a fun game. And then you got
potentially could be for a home game, right?
Yeah. So if the team that finishes third, in our region, the boys and girls, hosts a first round home game against the third seed from Region 5. Now, I want you guys to go look at the boys Region 5, which is Flora, Irma, Lugoff, and I forgot what sport. And you're going to get upset because there's no reason why Hilton Head is not in the playoffs this year because you're going to have teams that shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man.
And this is why, we've been pushing for soccer to have that eliminate this whole automated region chance because look, our region is insane.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I do.
You got to take the best teams. You got to take the best teams in the tournament.
And look, Hilton Head beat James Island. Hilton Head's beating Bluffton. They've lost every region game by what?
It's like a round robin. Someone beats the other person, and then they beat them, and
like the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, you
like
guys have
SEC football.
That's why you have like in college, you get the at-large teams. You got to have the best teams in the tournament.
Football has at-large and basketball has at-large. I am not sure why for soccer they don't have an at-large because Hilton Head would be the perfect.
I would totally agree. Yeah, I agree with you.
Why does it make a difference? Especially when you have a dominant region, like in these Olympic sports, you have a lot of times where you have like one region that's overpowering the others.
Right. Well, because I mean, especially like soccer is definitely consolidated in certain parts of the state.
Right. Exactly.
Yep. So you see the region, the 3 seed gets a home game, and then the 2 seed gets a home game, but then second round they have to go on the road, which it'll be interesting. And then the 4 seed goes to West Florence on the boys' side and Myrtle Beach on the girls' side. I can tell you guys all the playoff matchups so far right now.
You already know it. Bracketology with Coach Misa Bitroli. All right.
Yeah.
Well, boys, let's let Misa get on with his night. Celebrate 100 with a full night's sleep.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to you real soon, brother.
You guys. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man.
Later, man. Misa Garzone. Congratulations.
I love talking with him. So much
I know he's the best, right? He's just a great dude.
He's so much fun. I love him, man.
So much fun. But let's shout out the Loco Booster Club and then do our thing and call it a night. The Court Lifestyle Pros are with Charter One Realty. It's Daniel and Debbie Court. They're Loco natives, and they want to bring you home to Hilton Head Island. That's Court Lifestyle Pros. Revive Rehab, Women's Health and Pelvic Floor Physical Therapy. Dr. Allie and Dr. Jen will get you feeling right after you have a baby, which is not an easy thing to do. I got to be by my wife's side for 2 of those. Not fun. Eagle Creations, they got promotional items and custom apparel, as well as custom gift baskets and all kinds of other stuff over at their showroom on Argent Boulevard. Go see them at Eagle Creations. Jay's Barbershop is the place to be in Ridgeland. Whether you need a haircut or not, you can go over to get a great style or some spicy conversation at Jay's Barbershop in Ridgeland. And a Barefoot Floor Care of the Lowcountry. Chris Odom will get your floors so clean, your feet will thank you. Love Chris Odom and Barefoot Floor Care of the Lowcountry. Fellas, who are you shouting out tonight?
Ooh, for my shout outs, I'm going to have to go with, I know I go for player, but yeah, with Coach Misa Garzone.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do
that. 100 career wins. That's the call.
Yeah, not much more.
Yeah, I mean that's quite an achievement to reach that milestone, and just especially with just a year that was cut short with COVID. They only played like 4 or 5 games, and so really it's a year less than that. So state championship back in 2019, and that really set the tone for this program, and he's really continued momentum ever since then. And they've had some memorable moments in that program, not just that year, but in a couple other seasons. They've had a flair for the dramatic on the soccer field, and love the way that he coaches and his sense of humor and all he does for May River. It's not just on the soccer field. He goes behind the scenes and does it all for that athletic program. Cannot thank him enough for everything he's done for that school and the Lowcountry sports scene.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Max, who you got, buddy?
Oh, this is tough. I can't really go for a single player tonight. I might have to go with Hilton Head Christian Academy girls soccer tonight, getting a very impressive win over a very good, very dangerous JP2 girls soccer team. Also, shout out to the HACA boys lacrosse team, man. 2 wins in a row.
Yeah.
They've played well this year. I wasn't sure what to expect out of the lacrosse program this year. It's their first year, and there's always some ups and downs. But despite some of their losses that they've had more ups than downs. I think this season. They've had a lot of. It shows a bright future for the program. I've been really impressed with them this year.
It's been really solid for a first year program. I mean, some of that is getting the schedule right. It's scheduling for a first year program is really hard because you don't know how good you're going to be, and you don't really know the teams involved that much maybe yet when you're making that schedule, and so you don't really know who's going to be good. But I think they've done a pretty good job of giving themselves games they can compete in, and a handful that they had a shot to win. And that win over Bluffton would have been huge, obviously, if they could have pulled it off. But I think playing the way they did in that game probably meant a lot to them as a young team. Like, oh hey, like, we're not bad. We can compete with these guys. That probably went a long way for them. So
I mean, they played some tough teams too this year. They've had some tough opponents this year.
And, they've gotten.
I think they played Bishop England this year. That is no team to mess with.
No, they didn't shy away from it.
Yeah, they didn't. No. I'm very impressed with them this year.
Yeah, respect. Yeah. I will go back to those May River Sharks because I looked through all the goals. Jacob Medeiros tonight, he had a hat trick 17 minutes in. He finished with 6 goals and an assist.
6 goals.
Wow.
My
6 goals.
That's a sock trick in lacrosse.
That's a sock trick. Yeah. That's that is lacrosse. Sock trick. So nice night for Jake, the Bermudan national team player. Good stuff. So that's my shout out. What are you guys getting into tomorrow night?
Let me look Friday night in Lowco.
It is Kylie Rast's night.
That's right, over at Buford. We got the 4:00 special with Hilton Head Prep taking on JP2 on the baseball side. That should be a tight one. I hope that Prep a lot of pressure on them, but JP2, if they start putting them, as you mentioned, could make it interesting if he plays well, if he shows off a good start. So that could be
let me look here. Hold on. I could. I don't know if I'd make it, but I could. I don't know if I'd drive this far, but I might. I could go.
Don't have Prep Buford girls soccer's fun.
Yeah, that should be interesting. Also, Patrick Henry's at home against Andrew Jackson. That could be an interesting game. Bluffton baseball at Battery Creek. We'll see how that one goes.
James Island girls at Bluffton is good as well. Yep. The Bluffton girls are eliminated, so that kind of puts a damper on that.
Also, Lucy Beckham at Carlton County softball too.
Actually, that's not bad. Carlton,
that's not
be okay. James Island should take care of Bluffton. Yeah, it's kind of some lopsided matchups as far as softball goes tomorrow.
And then there's some out of town college baseball.
Sand Sharks open the series.
Huge series, big series against Claflin. That's a
must sweep. And they should sweep.
They need it. We'll see. They should. They have to. They have to. I think they will because some of the games that they've had have been close with some ranked opponents. So I wouldn't be surprised if they can beat a team who hasn't won a game yet in region play. So.
They need to get on them early. Just jump on them early and don't let them up. And make them run through some pitchers Friday night so you're set up.
And then then you look to the weekend. We got 3 games in Hardyville against Columbus State for USCB softball. Unfortunately, I won't make it to the games on Saturday. I will be there at the game on Sunday. So hopefully USCB can find a way to get at least 2 out of 3 in the series. But we'll see what happens.
Yep, should be fun, boys. All right. Well, we'll be back to do it again tomorrow night, 10 o'clock, the LowcoSports Lowdown. Thanks so much to Connor Worrell for his report on Hilton Head and Lucy Beckham soccer, despite the heartbreak for the Seahawks. Thanks so much to Misa Garzone for jumping on to help celebrate 100 with us. And thanks as well to everybody who showed up to listen or watch. Thank you, Mr. Medeiros. Appreciate you. We appreciate you, and you're the reason we keep showing up to do this every night. Good times, boys. Enjoyed it. And until tomorrow, for Wes Kerr and Max Arraj, I'm Justin Jarrett. Go Lowco, y'all.
The LowcoSports Lowdown podcast is a production of Lowco Media LLC and LowcoSports.com, an independent media outlet providing grassroots local sports coverage in the South Carolina Lowcountry. We are sustained by community support from sponsors and patrons like you. Get in the game with a monthly pledge of $1 or more at patreon.com/LowcoSports to keep us going and growing. Go Lowco.